Graham, thanks so much for your time. Italy and what's going on there. How concerned are you about your European operations as a result of this?
No, we're not too concerned. The element for us is that our European business, as you said, performed really well. Our Irish business continues to surprise us on the upside, which is always very nice. So they had a 15% growth in profit, which is a top-class performance in a market that's growing by 2.3%. Fortunately, Switzerland, we had a very nice turnaround. That was really positive. We're obviously concerned about Italy, but our Italian Spar, really not partners, but colleagues tell us that they haven't had a prime minister there or president rather there for 18 months, and the country still carries on. So we'll see.
So I imagine you also sit on the camp that says the complete breakup of the Eurozone is unlikely?
I can't see that. I can't see that happening.
But I see that Brexit concerns for the Spar Group still remain. Are you any clearer about the complete implications of this than you were this time last year?
Fifi, unfortunately not. They are as confused as we are, but there are plenty of our UK colleagues who are very unhappy about Brexit carrying forward, and I think that if they had the referendum now, they certainly wouldn't get the okay to break away from the European Union.
And in Switzerland, we're seeing quite a good turnaround there. You're managing to arrest your declining margins, but it looks like headwinds still remain. I mean, in the period ahead, what do you think the biggest challenge in Switzerland will be, and how will you mitigate against this?
Well, the biggest challenge is actually the strength of the Swiss franc and the price of groceries in Switzerland compared to Austria and Germany, I beg your pardon. It's staggering to me that you can go across the border and get goods 30 or 40% cheaper in Austria and in Germany. And so that remains a major concern for us. But we've stemmed the outflow of going negative, and we're looking forward positively in terms of the offering we have in Switzerland.
Okay, so let's bring it back home. There was some growth in revenues in an otherwise difficult market, but you were impacted by the listeriosis outbreak here, and polonies and all kinds of Viennas having to be recalled from your shelves. Just tell us the exact impact from the listeriosis outbreak for the Spar Group.
Well, in terms of our overall results, it's got a minor impact on our overall results, but quantitatively, it's some 90 million rand of sales that were lost because of the listeriosis outbreak. So it certainly impacted the stores and our sales.
And you say that right now you're even concerned because there's no clear substitute that consumers are going for, as opposed to the Viennas and the Polonies and the Russians. I mean, some have said that fish would have been the obvious seller here.
The one thing that did increase was pork, but that was driven, I think, by the pork price. So that certainly replaced some of it, but it's not as if it's all moved to fish, as you say, or to eggs, which we had thought it would happen. So it's very difficult to tell where it's been replaced by.
And Graham, you're looking to grow more in this pharmaceutical space. Tell us exactly what the appeal of this space is.
Well, we've fiddled around really for the last 5 years or so in the pharmacy space. We finally decided to acquire a wholesale business in the pharmacy space so we could make money on the wholesale side. Our retailers, some of them do well, some of them are okay. There's no doubt it's a big attraction for our consumers. So we've decided, having bought the wholesaler, we want to drive pharmacy because it certainly adds to the whole shopping experience that consumers have.
And perhaps you can just, as a point of, to close the conversation, give us insights into the current retail trends you're seeing right now. I mean, consumers under a little bit less pressure, but headwinds still remain, I'm sure.
I think they're still very much under pressure, Fifi. The positive moves of the change in the president, obviously that's brought positive sentiment to both consumer and to ourselves as business. But that's going to take a bit of time. It's very important for the country to show growth, to show improvement in employment, and we're part of that journey and want to assist in that regard.
And in that time, in terms of outlook for Spar, opening of the new stores, what should we be expecting? And even acquisitions you can add in your response?
Well, I think that going forward we can look to a tough market here. I think we'll have good results again in Ireland. That's looking very positive. Switzerland, we hope to continue with that turnaround. So pretty tough market, and we're looking forward positively there.